Hey y'all, so I put 1/3 equals amount oil and flour. I put that little wooden spoon in there just to make sure that oil is heated up before I put the flour in there. You want to keep on stirring that. Do not let up off that stirring. Keep stirring till it get brown, dark brown, milk chocolate, whatever you're gonna call it, like me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These are all my vegetables. Them onions, that's definitely put them onions in there, but them bell peppers, that's optional. Vegetable broth, because y'all know I don't eat meat. So if you eat a meat eater, put beef broth. I put 2 cups of that. These are all my seasonings. I put a teaspoon of each one of those seasonings in there. Keep stirring it. Make sure that mixture is, good and smooth. Put a top on there for about 15 minutes. Let it simmer till it thickens. And this is my gravy over rice and prawns. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me like I don't do my thing. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to make the best seafood shrimp boil ever. Okay, let's go. So the first thing you're going to need is a Zatarain's crab boil in a bag. Add that to a big pot of water and let it boil. Then you're going to melt about 6 sticks of butter and add 3 tablespoons of minced garlic to that. Let it all melt. These are the seasonings you're going to add to the butter mixture. All right, add that, give it a good stir. You're also going to add the juice of half a lemon as well as a half cup of the Zatarain's crab boil broth. And then just set it to low. Your sauce is done. You're good to go. Bada bing, bada boom. So you're going to need some shrimp, baby potatoes, corn. I'm also using Turkish halal sausage and these big king crab legs that I've never cooked before. It was actually my first time cooking crab legs. Anyways, adding the corn, and this is me not knowing what the hell I'm doing with these big ass jumbo crab legs. I added the potatoes a little bit after the corn because they cook pretty fast. I'm also going to set my oven to 350. Corn is done, potatoes are done, so I'm going to put them in each individual tray. So I like flash cook the shrimp. That's what I like to call it. Like I just put it in the boiling water for like a few minutes before I put it in the oven. I don't know why I do that. You don't have to do that. I'm adding all my stuff in each pan, and now you're gonna take the sauce and pour it over. Make sure you reserve enough sauce for later as well. So I would say like about a cup of sauce in each pan. I'm also going to sprinkle it with some Lori seasoned salt, and you can also put some Old Bay. Cover it with foil, put it in the oven for like 10 minutes, take it out, and boom, you're good to go. Look at this. This was so freaking delicious, and that's what you need the extra sauce for, to dip it in.
Today, we cook some delicious salmon. I'm going to salt the salmon, then add some Cajun. We're keeping it simple with the salmon because we're going to make an amazing sauce with it. Now in a pan, add some oil, bell pepper, onions, and jalapenos. More salt, and more Cajun. Now you want to keep on cooking till they're very caramelized. Now in a separate pan, add some washed rice. Add your chicken broth, a little salt. Butter is optional. Now put the salmon in the oven at 325 degrees. Now cover and drop to a simmer and cook for 12 minutes. Onions and peppers have been cooking for 10 minutes. Add some garlic, beef broth, a little Worcestershire, and a tiny bit of soy sauce. Now cover and drop to a simmer. After 15 minutes, add the peppers to a blender. Salmon only needed 15 minutes. Make a bed of the pepper sauce. Add your rice. And final product. Bismillah.
One pan salmon dish that will make your mouth water.
Between the buttery salmon and the creamy feta, this dish melts in your mouth.
This creamy feta and spinach salmon is a 5-star meal made in less than 30 minutes. To sear that salmon, I used the pan from Perco, and it's my new favorite cookware. The non-stick feature actually works, making a seamless transition to this creamy sauce. The salmon was seared to perfection, nothing stuck to the pan, making the cleanup super easy.
It's Juneteenth, man. What's good? What's up? Man, we making fried cod tacos, man. Let's go, man. We gonna get some Old Bay, some chili powder, some garlic powder, you feel me? Get your fish seasoned. Boom. You gonna get your flour in the bowl, you dig? You gonna add the same shit you just put on your fish or whatever else you want, you feel me? You gonna stir that thing up, make it invisible. It's light skin. Get your egg cracked, you feel me? You gonna need that. You gonna need some buttermilk too, you feel me? This gonna be real crusty. Yeah, stir that up, yeah. Gonna make sure your oil hot, you feel me? I test my shit with some bread, you feel me? Give it like 10 seconds. If it's gold like that, then you good. So boom, come on, let's get that shit all in the egg. You gotta hit it with the flour to give it power, you dig? You gotta get that thing right in the oil. Whoosh. If your shit don't do that, it's probably not hot. All right, boom, come on, let's flip that thing over. You see that goldenness? This shit like a Popeye's tender. You gonna get that thing up out of there, let it drip dry, you dig? Now you can get your onion and your cilantro, your lime juice, get you a little salsa split. You gonna oil that up for your shells, you feel me? Get them joints fried up nicely. Can't forget the cheese. What are we even still doing here? Let's go.
Hey guys, I'm going to teach you how to make the best baked haddock. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and chop up some parsley, add it in with some panko breadcrumbs, butter, salt, and pepper, set that aside. Then we're going to build our seasoning, brown sugar, paprika, garlic powder, kosher salt, and pepper. Pat dry our haddock, hit it with a little bit of Dijon mustard, and liberally spread on that seasoning blend, pat it in, and then add your crispy panko topping. Bake it 425 for 12 minutes. The fish is done with it can easily flake apart with a fork, and it's released some juices. Use this on your favorite fish. Enjoy.
Parmesan crusted mahi mahi. Here's everything I used. Used the Italian breadcrumbs, and I also used some olive oil to cook it in. Thaw it out and then just pat it dry. Here's my egg wash and my breadcrumbs. I added Parmesan to my breadcrumbs. I went very heavy on that. Then did some egg wash. Coated really well all the sides with the breadcrumbs. I got the olive oil really hot before I added my fish. I pan seared for just a couple of minutes on each side. This is what it should look like, and it was perfect. Just cut it. Look how flaky it is. So good. Even my husband, that's the pickiest eater alive, was impressed.
Let me show you guys how to make the best fish and chips ever. Peep this crunch. Beautiful codfish fillet here. Time to season both sides. Lemon pepper. We got garlic plus 2 tablespoons of celery salt. You don't season your fish is gonna be nice and plain. Batter time. First coating, 2 cups of plain white flour. Second coating, 2 cups of plain white flour. 2 craft beer, not craft beer. Going in. If it's out of for you guys, club soda or soda water will do. Beat your batter in. Dredging process. Plain white flour. Beer batter. Canola oil here, heating for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, stick it in a chopstick. Once you see beautiful bubbles bubbling up, all's ready. Dunk it in for 5 seconds. 1, 4, 5. Let it swim. Cooking time for that 6 to 8 minutes. Order 69. Your fish and chip is up, my God. Are you a 11 type of person? Right on it. Oh. Tartar sauce? Open up. Let me slide this one in. Peep this crunch. Keep this crunch.
This teriyaki salmon was my most recreated recipe back when I started my food blog. Start by adding all the ingredients you see on the screen. Then I make a starch slurry. You can use any starch you like. Mix it all up and then add it to your teriyaki marinade. Then I drizzle some avocado oil on top of my salmon fillets. I add my marinade, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Flip over the fillets so they soak up all the marinade. For my veggies, I'm doing button mushrooms, green beans, and some mini tomatoes. Add your salmon to a baking tray lined with parchment paper and drizzle the excess marinade over the veggies. Bake your salmon for about 15 minutes. As a side, I'm making couscous. I cook it the same way that I cook rice. All the details will be on my Instagram. When your salmon is finished, make sure you pour that glaze right back on top. Enjoy.
Alright, this is supposed to be a beauty page, but I'm making a pizza, so it is what it is. I started off with my flatbread. I made some Alfredo sauce, put it on there, add some spinach. Mind you, this is a pescatarian pizza, so it's going to be all seafood. We got shrimp, crab meat, and lobster. Next, you just top it off with the cheese. Boom. Add a little parsley, whatever seasons you want to add. And this is how it turned out. Look at that. So this is the first piece. I actually ended up making 2. The second one came out a little bit better. So I gave this one to everybody else. But this is specialty for me. A little crushed red pepper. Give it a little spice. I also hit it with some garlic butter on the edges. Yeah, pescatarian pizza.
This is the best way to prepare your catfish other than fried. First, you want to start with some quality catfish. Now, I'm using Goodree's catfish fillets. You guys definitely need to try them out. Their flavor is on point and they're farm raised. So I'm adding my seasoning, which is just some lemon pepper, some Cajun seasoning, some poultry seasoning, some paprika, some Italian Mediterranean seasoning, some ground mustard. I leave all of the seasonings at the top so you guys can see them. So I'm going to make a honey hot glaze to go on top, which is just some butter, some honey, and some hot sauce. I'm going to mix that together and then put my fillets in my air fryer bin. Now you can bake these, and I'm going to put them on 385 for 8 minutes and then 400 for 5 minutes. After they're done, put a little bit more of that sauce on there. You're good to go.
In my last video, I showed you how I meal prepped all of this food. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of the meals that I put together using this week's meal prep. Meal number 1 is always a post-workout shake because I train fasted in the morning. This will be my second meal of the day for this week. 150 grams of sweet potato, 100 grams of asparagus, and about 3 ounces of salmon. This will be meal 3. 100 grams of Brussels sprouts, about 130 grams of sweet potato, and a little under 4 ounces of cod. And this is dinner: 100 grams of green beans, 60 grams of garbanzo beans, and 3 ounces of shrimp. And keep in mind that I'm not showing you my snacks throughout the day. Click the link in my bio for more recipe ideas and make sure to follow along for more.
When I was about 14, I stopped eating meat for a couple of years, in fact. Now, obviously being a teenager, I, at that time, was spending a fair amount of time in a well-known burger chain, as you do. And my go-to was a fillet of fish because, in fact, I think that was the only non-meat option in the 90s. Anyway, because of that, I stand by the fact that fish in a burger bun is underrated. What do you think?
Making chicken pot pie, no chicken. This is everything I used. In the pan, there's some butter, garlic, put your vegetable seasoning pack. You know, once everything cooked down, put that flour on there, mix it, hit it with that vegetable broth. I don't know how much, just until you think it's enough, you know? You hear macaroni, man, re-season it, no slap your mama because you don't want it to be spicy. This is a hearty meal and wholesome. You know, she getting thick as hell. She all so thick, can't even move. Put some more vegetable broth up in there, loosen that right on up. She ready, look, she ready to get put in a pie. Man, that shit look like it got chicken in it. I'm Betty Crocker, you can't tell me. I done already put the top on one of them bitches too. Yeah, don't forget them slits, them hoes gotta breathe. You see me, Picasso, little egg wash, you know what I'm saying? Getting it ready so she could be nice and browned. Ready for the oven at 350 for 35 minutes. Them bitches, man, I've been baking all my life.
Well, I already have a bang bang shrimp recipe on my page, but this is like the quicker and easier version. I season my shrimp, and the key here is to use pre-cooked shrimp because it saves so much time. I add some onions to hot oil, I add the shrimp, let that cook on each side for about 2 minutes to get some color. For the bang bang sauce, it's just mayonnaise and sriracha. So mix it together and pour it over your shrimp. Then lay your shrimp out onto some romaine hearts. I'm adding green onion and sesame seeds. You can also add jasmine rice, bell peppers, or onions if you like, but this is what I did and it was delicious. Enjoy!
I swear I cook whatever my daughter asks for, and she wants Alfredo again. Here we go. Garlic and shallots. Let's go. All right, once that gets to cooking, we're doing shrimp and crab meat today, people. So I'm going to put my shrimp in there and let it cook on down. All right, once your shrimp is cooking, you're going to add a little crab meat in there. Only season I'm using is Tony's. Add some Tony's. All right, next up, we're going to add some sun-dried tomatoes. I'm using all my leftovers. Yes. All right, and then I'm going to add the rest of my spinach from the other day. All right, next up, add some heavy cream. Gotta love it. You can't have Alfredo sauce without cheese. Add some Parmesan cheese. I was so sick of fettuccine, I used rotini. We're going to let that cook on down, and that's it. All right, that's it. Add some parsley. And you got you some pasta.